No niin, tervetuloa lehdistötilaisuuteen tänne Littoisten monitoimitalolle. Ottelun Urabasket, Lahti Basketball perjantai 12.1. Aloitetaan pelaajista. Riku Laine, kerro päivän pelistä.
Joo, ei ollut ehkä mikään kaunein matsi meiltä, mutta kyllä vaatii luonnetta tuommoinen matsi, että tavallaan 4-minuutteinen matsi, niin matsin loppu niin tuntuu, että kaveri saa käännettyä itselleen sen matsin, me tullaan sieltä vielä ja oltiin loppuminuuteilla aika hyvin toteutettiin niitä juttuja, mitä sitten sovittiin, mutta ei ollut tosiaankaan mikään niinku kauden paras peli meiltä, mutta henkisesti tosi kova suoritus ja kova ja tärkeä voitto tietysti meille, mutta ei meidän kauden parasta esitystä, mutta täytyy silti olla tyytyväinen, että otettiin voitto.
Kerro sun omasta pelistä, miten se meni tänään. Pisteitä tuli 22.
Joo, no mulla oli varmaan aika sama juttu kuin koko joukkueelle, että ei ollut ihan ehkä kauden parasta. Et ihan kiva, että tuohon loppuun sai pari heittoa osumaan, mutta ei mikään paras peli ja vähän tarttu pallo mun käsiin, niin kuin tarttuu vähän jokaisella tänään meidän joukkueessa. Ihan hyvä suoritus, mutta ei mikään täydellinen.
Kerro vielä eroista pelata täällä ja Salossa liigaa.
Mun pallokosketuksia ainakin enemmän täällä. No ei. Siis pelaajien koko ja fyysisyys ja nopeus on se ehkä se, missä suurin ero tulee. Täällä voi mennä korille ja ei välttämättä kauhean moni kaveri ei siihen niin ottaa kontaktia. Ja korisliigassa kun menee, niin siinä tulee isoja kontakteja ja täytyy olla kovempana, jos aikoo päästä niin korille asti. Ja sitten täällä on ehkä vähän enemmän aikaa saada heitto ilmaa kaarella, et ei tule ihan niin nopeita close-outteja. Siinä ehkä ne suurimmat erot. Kiitos.
Ja sitten Lahti Basketball player Henry Puono. Tell about today's game.
It was a hard-fought game. I mean, give credit to Urabasket. They played tough and physical the whole game. They outlasted us in the end, and they earned it. I mean, that pretty much sums it up. I mean, they played hard. They were physical. They hit shots. They hit tough shots. I know I contested Riku a couple of times. He hit it right in my face. So credit to him for hitting those shots too. So I mean, going back to even when I was playing in Payo, he's always been a good player. That was about 2 years ago. So I mean, he's gotten better, and the team's gotten better. So it was a good win for you guys.
So how about your game? How was your personal game today?
I mean, no matter how I do, I'll always feel like I could do better. But I was trying to keep everyone involved as much as possible. I anticipated that I would get doubled, so I tried to move the ball as much as I could and take advantage of any mismatch that I had. So I mean, like I said, I always thought I could do better or I could do more for the team, but I was never satisfied personally. That's it.
Mites lehdistöllä on lehdistön pelaajilta kysyttävää?
Joo, Rikulta kysyisin. Tuossa mainitsitkin, että tippui heitto hyvin tuossa lopussa ja muutenkin olit pallossa siinä, ratkaisuit kyllä paljon. Koetko sä, että sitä odotettiin sulta, oliko ne puhuttu juttuja vai kävikö nyt vaan niin?
Joo, siis se oli Krisu huusi mitä me pelataan ja ne tietyt hyökkäyspelit sattu vaan olemaan mun kädessä pallo. Ne oli ihan sovittu juttu, että en alkanut sooloille ja ottanut palloa yksin. Se oli päätetty juttu.
Ja sitten kun siellä Salossa nyt pelaat ja Urassakin olet muutama ottelun tällä kaudella ollut, tuntuuko tänä olevan tunteikas peli, niin tuntuuko tämä jotenkin tärkeää olla täällä kasvattajaseuralle pelaamassa tai miten sä ajattelet siitä?
Joo, tietysti tää on niinku ura mulle tärkeä seura ja kasvattajaseura, niin totta kai mä oon aina iloinen kun pääsen jeesaa tänne ja mulla on muutenkin sellainen tapa, että kun mä pelaan, niin mä pelaan aika tunteella, että kyllä se on mulle iso asia päästä auttaa urakin näissä peleissä ja ihan tunteella vedän kyllä.
Okay, thanks. So the players can go.
Kiitos, thank you.
Thank you.
Good game.
Good luck. See you down the road.
You're cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so Lahti Basketball's coach Michael Opland, tell me about today's game. What was your game supposed to look like when you came here?
Well, to be honest with you, we did pretty much everything we wanted to do except take care of the ball. I mean, we said before the game we want to try to hold them to 80 points or under. We did that. We want to win the rebound battle. We did that. But we had 20 turnovers, and that's just too many against a good team like this. You don't get 20 turnovers against Eurobasket and usually come out on top. So I told the guys in the locker room, you know, no one should have their head down. We fought. It's just one of these games where, you know, whoever has the ball last usually is going to win, or, you know, it's sad, unfortunate to see one of the teams lose, because I just think we just went at it the whole night. So, but, you know, I told them, Eurobasket, in my opinion, is the best team in the league. So, you know, not saying that we don't feel like we can win the game against them, but, you know, if we compete at this level every night, we should be able to win a lot of games. So, but give all credit to them. They did a great job.
The second, third, fourth was a bit difficult for both teams.
Mm-hmm.
What did you talk about in the locker room, and how did you or what did you tell the players to make a better game and win the game? What was your recipe for that?
At halftime, when we talked about first containing Sahlberg, you know, he was killing us in the first half. He had 3 threes, and he got that one in the second half. But you know, we wanted to chase him harder on those down screens, and then with Rico Lina, was, you know, we wanted to focus on trying to make him take tougher shots. I think he had some tough shots. He really had some tough shots. I think he got a couple of open ones because of how good their offense is, and you know, we were a bit late. But those were the main things, and then moving the ball on offense. I still think as a group, that's one of our biggest things we need to work on, is moving the basketball a little better. But for the most part, we made good adjustments. I just think that, again, it's just one of these games where somebody has to lose.
You already played one game after the Christmas break. Do you see now that there was an advantage for you against Ura because they haven't played any game?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us it was good that we already had that game at last Friday, definitely, because that game gave us a lot of confidence. I think we needed that because we've been up and down a lot. So even though we lost this game, I still feel the way we lost it. If you're going to lose games, personally, I want to lose like this. You know, it sounds clear. I'd rather lose. Some coaches say they'd rather lose by 20, and you know, it's already a blowout. I don't like losing I don't like getting my butt kicked. I'd rather have like a close game and know you're in it. And so, yeah, I think it helped us. I think it helped us for sure.
How about energy at the end? Do you feel that your player had the energy to win the game?
I think we did. I just think, you know, I think we drew up the play on the sideline, and you know, we kind of, that wasn't the exact look we wanted to get, but we got a pretty decent shot, one of our Americans. So I think the energy level was pretty good. I think everybody came in with the right attitude and the right energy, and you know, again, this is Eurobasket. This is a good team, and you all know that already. So I don't have to tell you anything you already know, but this is a really good team. So they were better, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. So.
Yeah. Thanks. Urabasketin päävalmentaja Christian Palotia. Kertoisitko omat näkemykset päivän pelistä?
Voisiko heittää englanniksi, se olisi kohteliaampaa.
Oh, voi. So Christian, tell about today's game.
Yeah, I was going to say that I'll analyze in English, and then if the press has questions, I'll answer in Finnish. When we met these guys, the 4th game of the season, we got our butts kicked, and that game, especially the meeting after in Lahti, we huddled with the players and talked for a lengthy period, and that game woke us up and it got us on the right track. And at the same time, I feel like they had a new system, a new coach, new players, so their start of the season was tough, and I think they got confidence after kicking our butts. And after that, they looked like in the previews they said that they were us two were the hottest teams in the league, and and that's the way it is. And I told the players that I feel like the team we met is the best team in the league. So I think we both view each other with pretty high standards, and I think they're going to be a tough team to beat in the fall. They're physical. We knew that, and we need to find ways to battle that physicality. And I think the recipe for that is to make quick decisions and move the basketball and run hard. And if we can kill their power with our movement, then I feel like we have a chance. Today, the movement wasn't as good as it was supposed to be, but it wasn't pretty. It was kind of like a playoff type of atmosphere and playoff type of game, and it was a coin flip. If the game had gone for 42 minutes, who knows who would have won? If the game had gone for 37 minutes, they would have won, and that was pretty clear. And happened to be 40 minutes, thankfully, and we survived the last possession. Pyry Rainamaa got a really good stop. I mean, Martin still got a pretty good shot up, but important stop. We got the rebound, and that sealed the game this time for us. But had there been one possession more, who knows what would have happened. But as I told the players in the locker room, that had we lost today, I think everybody would have had the sense of urgency that hey, we can play better, we can move the ball better, we can play more cohesively. The fact that we won feels good, but also it's we don't want to feel too good about it, because we can play much better than what we played today.
There was the first fourth was pretty good, but then the second fourth was not that good game, and there wasn't that much points scored. What happened in the second fourth?
I think they got used to the way we played and the way we started. They got our tempo away a little bit, and I'm not really sure it was even the adjustments they made. I think the players just got more engaged. Their players, especially in the pick and roll coverage, we couldn't score anything off the pick and roll or create anything. The quality of the pick and roll fundamentals were just way off. The guys not involved were staring at the basketball, and the guy using the ball screen wasn't aggressive to try to score, and the guy screening wasn't rolling. And then when the point guard isn't being aggressive, then the center stops rolling because he feels like he's not going to get the ball, and nothing can be created. So it kind of escalates pretty quickly, and we can't allow that to happen in the future. But yeah, the first quarter looked fun, but we got a little bit of it back in the third quarter, and in the fourth quarter, I think it was just one of those hard-fought battles that the team that got one more possession than the other was going to win today.
Yeah. So what did you decide? If we go back to the break, what did you talk with the players? What was the thing that changed the game?
We had a couple of they killed us in the first half off of turnovers. I think they had 12 points off of our turnovers in the first half. So especially the really bad turnovers were ones where we didn't pass the ball ahead, where everybody was running, but we decided to push the basketball, and they got a couple of steals off of that when there was a guy wide open if they had passed the ball. We corrected that in the second half, and that corrected the turnover battle. Then periodically, especially with the lineup we had midway through the third quarter, I feel like we got a lot of good movement, and that was something else we wanted to correct at halftime.
Lahti had a lot of like noisy fans. How did it affect your work and the team? Or did it have any?
It makes my job easier because the guys can't hear my voice, so it's just the players up to them to battle and play. So yeah, so thanks for giving me a day off. That was easy.
Thanks. Olisiko Lehdistön kysyttävää?
Yeah, so Christian, you said, or did I mishear you, that Lahti is going to be a hard team to beat in the fall? Did you mean the spring, or did I?
I meant spring, obviously.
Yeah. So about the playoff for both coaches, Mike can start. Do you? Is that something you're already thinking about, the playoffs? Both teams look strong and will play playoff ball.
Well, we're 7-6, so we're just trying to get there. To be honest, I mean, I hope that. I try not to think about it too much, to be honest with you. Our focus is the next game. Try not to look too far ahead, and I hope we're going to be there. But it's tough. I tell these guys all the time, you can't take if you're not playing at your A game or close to it every night, you can get beat by anybody. You can see teams, there's a lot of discrepancies in the scores and a lot of parity, and you know, it's tough. So I'm not looking too far into the playoffs, no, not yet.
I think we have 7 games in February. If we start looking ahead in the playoffs, we'll be 0-7 pretty quickly. We got a really hectic schedule coming up. At the same time, we do understand that after February, I think we have a game March 3rd or March 5th or something like that, and after that the playoffs start. So they do come around really quickly, but I absolutely no, we should not be looking ahead at the playoffs because we're not ready for the playoffs right now. We got to get better.
Maybe last question also to both coaches. Was something different today than the last time you met? Or what did you like? What happened in the game? Why was the score different?
Well, I think like Christian said, the last game just kind of punched him in the mouth a little bit, and we were 0-4. We were desperate. You know, if we lose that game, then you know things are really looking bad. So we were desperate, and you know we kind of caught them off guard a little, I think, and that was about it. I mean, you know, but I knew, you know, even from watching that game that how good this team was, and you know, I kept telling our guys too, and not our guys definitely have all the respect for Orbeska, but I kept saying forget about the last time we played them because it doesn't mean anything, because you know we just caught them on a bad night. But I expected this kind of game from them. I thought it was going to be a hard-fought battle, no doubt.
I think the biggest misinterpretation you can have by just looking at the stat sheet is that Nikolainen was the difference. Obviously he wasn't playing there, and he was playing now, but we're a different team than what we were back then. And obviously Riku helped us a lot today, and he had the opportunity to step up. If Riku hadn't played, I have all the confidence in the world somebody else would have stepped up in that situation. I think both teams are just simply better than what we were back then. Obviously the break affects probably both teams a little bit. They had a good game against Korikova, but obviously we pose different sort of challenges, and they'll be more ready if we happen to face each other further along in the spring.
Any more questions? Okay, so thanks for the question.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.